Jeri Anderson for Town Square Media, special guest in the studio. I'm excited to talk to the brand new chairman of the board for the Lawton Fort Sill Chamber of Commerce, Albert Johnson. Good morning, Albert. How are you? I'm excited, too, because we've got big plans for downtown Lawton. First, let's talk about the Ware District. You know, people who haven't ever heard this terminology before have no idea what we're talking about. This is really cool.
It is very cool.
You know, it's the very first designation inside the city of Lawton of a special place. You know, I mean, a special neighborhood, if you will. And it's named after Henry Ware Lawton. The founder of Lawton.
It is. It is our first community district. And you think about communities around the state, places we visit, obviously Oklahoma City and others. Lawton needs its own community district, and I think the ability to recreate, to have fun, but also to see there's great restaurants downtown. And as you and I were just visiting, there's some really cool things in downtown Lawton.
And cool things happening. Still things that are happening all the time. One of those things is this big event that's coming up in a couple of weeks, Ware On C community event. We're going to talk about that in a little bit, but still this Ware District is a pretty big, it's a pretty big area.
It really is.
It really encompasses whole downtown.
It does. So it really starts at Elmer Thomas Park. So those of us that will kind of visualize this, kind of starts at Elmer Thomas Park to pull in our museums, the Comanche Nation Museum as well.
Right.
And we'll know where the Fairmont Creamery is.
Yes.
So we pick up that. We have different opinions about the mall, but the mall is a part of the Ware District as well.
Absolutely.
And then we go out to City Hall at 9th Street.
Yes.
Back down Gore Boulevard, and then down 3rd Street to reconnect to the mall. So it is a big area. And as we're going to talk about in a few minutes, the Ware On C helps us kind of focus on an area because we don't want this to be just one thing we do. We want this to be a part of our community as we go forward.
Well, and part of the whole Ware District, too, is this beautification idea. You know, we're never going to get more people into downtown unless we attract them. You know, and that means cleaning up some of the places that are boarded up. And it means making, putting the flowers out in front of your building, just making it a little bit. And people are doing that. I mean, they are doing that to attract business and people who want to just come to eat and want to recreate. And I know part of that, when we do the 5 Mile Thursday or 3 Mile Thursday, where they come and run through downtown. I love it because they run right by here.
That's right.
It's great. And anything that we can do to get people into downtown is very important for businesses like ours. And this Ware On C that we're talking about is going to happen on October the 4th from 5 until 7:30. It's going to be almost like a big block party.
It is. And so we've reached out to, and I want to thank up front Eddie Hammer and Chris Gill. They're our co-chairs for that. Many of our businesses downtown close at 5 o'clock.
Yes.
And like a lot of communities, you kind of roll up the sidewalks and you go home or somewhere else. And we want to get that community coming downtown. So 5 to 7:30, we've got bands that are planned. We're going to close off between 4th and 5th Street on C Avenue.
Okay.
We've got vendor space, and we've got, I believe it's 24 vendor spaces, and 15 of those are already sold out.
Oh, wow.
And that's just an ability for other community members not in downtown Lawton to be able to come downtown and be able to be a part of that process. And we're excited about that as well. And you talk about it as a block party. That's exactly what it's going to be. But it's a reason to come downtown and hang out. Maybe do a little bit of shopping, maybe do a little bit of eating. And mainly, you just get a chance to interact with other community members that you maybe didn't see throughout the week.
Well, we're going to be there inviting people down as well because we can be the loudspeaker for downtown Lawton since this is our home, too.
Absolutely.
We could be your Ware District loudspeakers. Does that sound okay?
That sounds awesome.
All 3 of our radio stations are going to be there as well. So we're excited about this big event, too. And about what's going to happen in downtown Lawton. Our leadership here at Town Square Media is very forward thinking, and we're just like that. We want to make sure that downtown Lawton is a destination, and that's exactly what Ware District is all about. Now, are there any things that we need to know? I mean, for vendors, do we have some restrictions or anything on the vendors that can come to participate?
So if you're a vendor on C Avenue, it's 100% free.
Okay.
If you're not, it's $25. All
right.
You get a 10 by 10 spot, and I will tell you, contact Taylor Burgess quickly because places are going. And again, this is an opportunity for you to be downtown and be a part of it. We're going to have a beer garden.
Oh,
it is October.
Nice.
We're not doing Oktoberfest, but we're going to have a little beer garden right there. Might as well. Nothing wrong with some adult beverages to be there. We're involved with the mall, so I think the mall is going to come over and participate with us as well. Some of the businesses that are there, that I think that is great as well. One of the things you talked about, beautification, if I can just digress for just a second.
Absolutely.
Something we have planned is Ware Lawton Blooms. And, of course, every time we say Ware, we're talking W-A-R-E.
I love that.
But Yvonne Landmark has been a big help for us. We're probably going to wait until spring to do that. But you talked about the flowers. We've done that on 2nd Street.
Right.
We're going to do that on C Avenue as well, kind of
Love
2nd
it.
to 7th. And as you talked about, as we beautify downtown, as Town Square Media does what they do here, if we can get businesses to improve their storefronts, that's just going to make our downtown so much better than what it already is.
Absolutely. And, we're excited about that, too, because we've got special things happening here. As the fire department moves into their new building, we're going to have a museum, I understand, right across from us. So we want people to see that and to see us, too.
Right.
So when you're coming downtown, you're seeing hopefully the best of the best.
That's right. And you should also know that we're going to do it the first Thursday of every month.
Perfect.
We're already planning November and December. And we're looking at themes. And so I'm probably getting a little bit ahead of myself, but we're probably talking about a football theme in November. And also with Christmas coming up in December,
Perfect.
We've been talking about choirs. So if you've got a choir that's out there, please reach out to the chamber. Let us know about you so that we can have an opportunity to show the talent that also exists in our community.
I absolutely love this. This is exciting.
It is.
And especially because we live and work. I say live because we work a lot of hours, live and work in downtown Lawton. This is very exciting for us. It's the Ware District inside of Lawton, and the big event is going to happen on October the 4th from 5 until 7:30 right on C Avenue between 5th and 6th Street.
4th and 5th.
4th and 5th. Oh, that's right. 4th and 5th. I got it. All right. Thank you so much for spending time with us today. Very, very exciting news for downtown Lawton.
Jeri, thanks for having me.